Good morning class, Sairam. Today we will start our next chapter, that is simple harmonic motion. The first topic we will understand, that is called periodic motion. So a motion which repeats itself over and over again after a regular interval of time, that is called periodic motion. For example, you can consider like Earth is moving around the sun, okay? Then motion of Earth is considered as periodic motion because it is repeating its path after some certain interval of time. Then we have oscillatory motions, a motion in which a body moves back and forth repeatedly about a fixed point. Like you can consider motion of particle about a fixed point. Suppose this is a fixed point and a particle is moving to and forth direction about this point, okay? Like simple oscillations or oscillations of a pendulum you can consider in a case of a spring. Suppose if you have a spring and one particle is attached, okay, if you stretch this particle towards right side, then you will observe that this particle will move about its initial position, okay, in forward and backward direction. So such kind of motion is considered as oscillatory motion. Then next thing we have, that is periodic function. It is a mathematical terms and a function that repeat its value after a regular interval, then it is called what? It is called periodic function. For example, suppose if we say that one function is given f theta, that is sin theta, okay, or you can consider fx sin x, both are same thing. So we will say that this function will this sin theta curve will gives its value in repetition after a period of t equal to 2 pi. For example, you can consider cos x also. Its period is again 2 pi because it gives its value after 2 pi and it basically repeats its value, okay? So here it is explained with some another example, like ft equal to your sin theta is mentioned like 2 pi t upon t, okay? Basically this theta is what this is your displacement, angular displacement, and the displacement will be equal to what? This will be equal to 2 pi small t upon capital T, because basically this 2 pi upon t is considered is your omega, angular velocity, into t, and we know that displacement equal to angular velocity into time if we are considering displacement, okay? So this omega will be written as 2 pi by t and we got this formula. So sin theta can be written in this form also, that is 2 pi t upon capital T. And suppose one function we have gt, that is of cos theta or cos 2 pi small t upon capital T. Then these functions are called harmonic functions, or you can consider periodic functions. As here it is mentioned that like ft equal to a cos theta, or instead of theta we can write what? We can write omega t, and omega is nothing but your omega is what? That is 2 pi upon capital T. Second thing is what? That is one of the simplest periodic function is given by ft equal to a cos omega t. This is a form of a periodic function. If the argument of this function omega t is increased by an integral multiple of 2 pi radians, then the value of the function remains same. So basically it is saying that sin theta, if we have sin theta, or you can consider cos theta also, like this one, then it is saying that cos theta and cos theta plus 2 pi both will give you the same value, okay? So this 2 pi is nothing but your period of the function. And then in mathematical form we can write in this way also, that ft equal to ft plus capital T, where t is your period of the function, means that value after which function will repeat its magnitude or its numerical value. Now we have linear combinations of two functions of sine and cosine, okay? Like if we have a sin omega t first function and b cos omega t second function, then this is basically sum of two periodic function, okay, and this can be represented in this form like a net displacement into sine omega t plus phi. We can represent our function in this form, okay, by using trigonometry. So basically we have converted this function as a function of sine, and again we can say that linear combination of sine omega t and cos omega t will give you what? Will give you another periodic function, and that will also have some certain period. And this a net displacement or net amplitude is given by what? Given by d, or that will be of under root of a square plus b square. And this phi is what? This phi is basically tan inverse x by a. After that we have a new thing that is called simple harmonic motion, or in short form it is mentioned as SHM. So what is simple harmonic motion? A particle is said to be execute simple harmonic motion if it moves to and fro about a mean position under the action of a restoring force which is directly proportional to its displacement from the mean position and is always directed towards the mean position. So basically here it is saying that if we have any situation like this, that a mass m is placed over here and this mass is attached with some spring having a spring constant k, okay, and if we stretch this particle up to here and if we release this particle from here, okay, what we do, we will release it, then direction of the displacement is towards right and motion of the particle is towards left, okay. So some kind of force will act on this particle which will try to bring back this particle to its mean position. This force is nothing but kx, okay. So this force is, you can say, that is proportional to x, okay, it is proportional to displacement. If you will stretch by higher distance or by some larger amount, then more amount of force will act on this particle. So F is directly proportional to x. And here this negative sign shows that direction of x is opposite to the direction of force, or it's vice versa is also true, that direction of force is opposite to the direction of displacement. Again we have next thing, that is amplitude, okay. So amplitude is what? That is the maximum displacement of any oscillating particle from its mean position. So x maximum or maximum displacement is plus minus a. Plus a means if your particle is moving towards right, then it is plus a, and if it is moving towards left, we will write it minus a. After that we have time period, time taken to complete one oscillations, okay, that is called time period. Frequency is what? That is reciprocal of time period, and unit of frequency you know very well, that is given by hertz, and 1 hertz equal to 1 by per second, okay. After that we have angular frequency, that is called omega, and its unit is radian per second. Next thing we have to understand, that is called phase. So the phase of a vibrating particle at any instant gives the state of the particle as regards its position and the direction of motion at that instant. It is denoted by phi, okay. So phase is what? At any instant it will tell you about the position, at how much distance your particle is and its direction, okay. So that thing is called phase. After that we have initial phase, the phase of the particle corresponding to a time t equal to 0, that is called initial phase. For example, if we talk about a sine curve, okay, at sine curve we know that at t equal to 0 your initial phase is theta equal to 0, and after some certain time, say t equal to t by 4, okay, means 1/4 of its time period. Suppose total time is t, then after 1/4 time its theta will be how much? That will be of 90 degree. So at this position you can get its position, at this instant you can get its position as well as its direction. So displacement in SHM is represented by following equation, that x equal to a cos omega t plus phi naught. So why we are writing in terms of cos? Because we know that cos represents what? That represents your periodic function, and we know that this SHM motion will be your periodic function, and this A is what? A is the maximum value of x. Okay, for maximum value you can consider, you can understand like for maximum value of displacement, okay, your cos theta should be maximum, and its maximum value is given by +1. So in magnitude wise we can say plus minus 1. Okay, and we can understand like cos theta will be 1, then A is what? That will be x max. Okay, and we already know that maximum displacement is defined as amplitude. However, your omega represents what? Omega t represents your theta, because omega is your angular velocity. Okay, and angular velocity into time. So velocity into time gives you displacement theta. So we can represent it like A cos theta, and phi naught is initial phase. Suppose your graph is starting from this point, this particular point, sin theta, or if you want to talk about cos theta, then suppose your graph starts from this particular point, then you will say that it already has some initial phase phi naught. So here it is saying that when particle is at mean position, then velocity can be given by following expression. Okay, if you will differentiate this equation, you can get expression for velocity. That differentiation of displacement gives you what? That gives you velocity, that is A sin omega t plus phi. Okay, and into omega. So this will be expression for velocity, and this sin theta can be written as omega A into 1 minus cos square theta plus phi naught. And again this 1 minus cos square theta is what? That is 1 minus cos square theta was initially x, so you can write it 1 minus x square in this form also. So basically velocity expression can be given by following expression. In this way you can say that maximum velocity is r omega or a omega, where a is your amplitude or maximum displacement. Again, when particle is at extreme position, then you will write that x equal to, this was x square by a square, because from here this was x by a equal to cos theta. Okay, and cos square theta will be x square by a square. So this a you can multiply here, then this expression and this expression, I am talking about this. Put x equal to 0 for mean position and x equal to plus minus a for extreme position. So for extreme position your velocity will be 0. Okay, that is the when your particle is attached with a spring and it is moving in this way, then at this point your velocity of the particle will be 0, and here also velocity is 0. That's why it is returning back to its mean position. After that we can again double differentiate our equation, that was x equal to a cos omega t. We can double differentiate it to get our acceleration value. Okay, single differentiation will give you the velocity and double differentiation will give you the acceleration. Okay, that is a omega square cos omega t, and cos omega t is what? That is a equal to minus omega square into a cos omega t, that is x. So basically acceleration and displacement are related by following relation. For extreme position, okay, for extreme position you can understand like your x value will become a, that is amplitude, so omega square a acceleration will become omega square into a, and this expression for acceleration is given for extreme position. For mid position, if we talk about mean position, then we know that for mean position x is 0. If you will put x is 0 over here, then you will get acceleration equal to minus omega square into 0. Means acceleration is 0 if your particle reach to the mean position while it's to and fro motion. Okay, in that condition your acceleration at the midpoint will be 0. So this is all for simple harmonic motion of a particle about a particular point. We have calculated its velocity, acceleration, and we have got expression for displacement. So this is all for today. Thank you. Sai Ram.